Pole, and old Sandy checked the mail. When he opened up his healthcare bill, it knocked him on his tail. The cost of Sandy's health plan had just gone through the roof. The charges for his deer were raised an antler and a hoof. So Sandy called a meeting of the reindeer and the elves. He explained the situation and they talked among themselves. Everything went smoothly until Sandy tipped his hand. Deer and elves would share the cost of the increase in the plan. Now the elves just shrugged their shoulders, shook their heads and said, oh well. But the reindeer wouldn't stand for this and they got mad as hell. Now Sandy, he was patient, he knew his deer would soon cool down. But when it was time for sleigh practice, not a reindeer was around. So he headed to the stable, his undies twisted in a bind. But what he saw when he got there, well, it blew old Sandy's mind. His reindeer had a picket line, they were pacing to and fro, carrying signs that said on strike and yelling, hell no, we won't go. He said, I've always done what's right by you, you know I always did. But you all must remember that it's all about the kids. So you better think it over, and you better do what's right, or there'll be venison for dinner at the North Pole tonight. Early the next morning, Sandy headed to the sleigh to get a little practice in before the magic day. The elves had loaded bags of toys, the harnesses were there. There was only one thing missing, 8 miniature reindeer. Old Sandy, he got steam, toward the stable he went going. But as soon as he was in range, well, the snowballs started throwing. This really threw old Sandy, you know, it caught him by surprise. But surprise turned into anger when one caught him between the eyes. The sun was slowly setting on the eve of Christmas Day. Deer were all in harnesses, ready to get underway. Sandy rigged his sleigh with a handsome Christmas wreath, and he leaned back in his seat and he quietly picked his teeth. He'd always done what's right by them, you know he always did. They finally remembered that it's all about the kids. And so they thought it over, and then they did what's right, 'cause there was venison for dinner at the North Pole last night. We're gonna miss old Rudolph.